so eager to share with you a how-to guide, and it's how to move from AI hype to real marketing growth. So we plan to share with you how you can leverage AI and a simple software to help you boost your profit, save you some time, and ultimately grow your business. Thanks for joining us. Today, you're going to hear from myself as your host, but you're really going to hear from the Kevin White. And I like to say Kevin White because let me introduce you to him. He is the lead training manager for our initial sales training here at Thrive. He brings over 20 years of experience with the organization. And if you know Kevin, and you will shortly, he's really passionate and he is such an advocate for service driven leadership. He's actually dedicated his career to supporting local and minority owned businesses, and he helps them access some of the different tools and resources that they need to not only compete, but to grow. And in 2002, he was one of the original 7 team members who launched the first yellowpages.com call center, playing a foundational role in leveling the playing field for small businesses, and he did it nationwide. Now, today, Kevin leads our corporate training initiatives for new hires and proudly serves as a leader of the ambassadors for our Thrive Foundation. But before his corporate career, a fun fact about Kevin, and I think you'll see why I'm telling you this, Kevin was a professional dancer, and he actually performed on the Grammys multiple times, even sharing the stage with the one and only Prince. And now you're going to see he brings that same energy, discipline, and passion from the stage as he develops future sales leaders. Kevin, let's share a couple of housekeeping things and then we'll turn it to you.
Sounds good.
Thank you. So, team, we would love for you to interact with us. We want to hear from you. Feel free to leverage this Q&A function inside of our platform and ask us your questions as you think of them along the way. We're going to make sure that we save some time here at the end to cover your questions. And then if you have an aha moment, or you think of an idea that might be helpful to the group, go ahead and send it to us in the chat so that we can learn from that too. And then we all love our emojis. So find your favorite emoji, because as you hear something that you think is really fantastic, maybe something that you could implement immediately, we would love to know about it with a fire emoji, or my favorite is the thumbs up, or whatever your favorite emoji is. And then make sure, I know that everybody's busy, but if you can stay till the end, we will be covering those questions, but we also have a survey, and we'd love to know which of the pieces of today's training stood out to you the most that you would, again, like to implement immediately. Lastly, we know that this is going to be so helpful to you that you're going to want to watch it again and glean even more helpful information. So we will be sending out a recording if you'd like to watch a replay upon completion of our webinar. So you can look in your inbox for that in the coming days upon completion of the event. All right, Kevin, we've waited long enough. Over to you.
Yes, sounds good. Now, I'm looking in the chat. And first of all, Kelly, can you hear me? Am I good?
Yes, you're good to go.
Okay. All right, fantastic. So great job, Kelly. I just wanted to make sure that everyone can see my screen. If you can see my screen, can I get some thumbs up emojis in the chat, please? I just want to make sure before we get started. Give me some thumbs up. I'm seeing a few people saying they can't. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, perfect. So that means that the people who can't see anything, they should be able to see something here momentarily. Everybody, once again, my name is Kevin White, and Kelly, thank you so much. As you mentioned, I'm going to give you all a few things that you can apply today. So when this call is over, you'll be able to plug certain things in that will help you market better, sell more, and grow more efficiently. Sounds good? More thumbs up, fire emojis. Let me see them all. All right. All right. I love it. I love it. So with that being said, let me tell you a little bit about us, right? And as you can see on the screen, Thrive is an AI-powered sales and marketing software that provides everything small businesses need for efficient growth, right? Now, the question is, how do we do that? Right? How do we make sure that we can provide those things? Well, it's designed to flex and scale as businesses need evolve and that business grows. Think about this. Kelly just started her business, for example. I see Martin in the chat, right? Martin started his business a year ago. Well, Kelly, she started hers 10 years ago. Do you think they have the same needs? Absolutely not. Martin has it figured out. And because Martin has it figured out, does that mean we can still help him? 100%. 100%. But Kelly, well, she's just getting started, so she's trying to figure it out. So whether you want to get discovered online, land more sales, or grow more efficiently, Thrive's award-winning software for small businesses has you covered. So we can meet each business in the life cycle of where they are. Kelly needing more help than Martin, or Martin not needing as much help. But the bottom line is we can meet you where you are. So as we dive through this, I want to share something with you all, and I need for you to write 3 words down for me. As Kelly mentioned, this is going to be very, very interactive. I'm going to ask you all to participate. So write these 3 words down for me: before, during, and after. Write those down: before, during, and after. And the reason that I want you to write those down, those 3 words are going to help us frame how your ideal customer is finding you today, why they're choosing you versus your competitor, right? And here's a thought exercise. If we're looking for your small business or your medium-sized business or your business in general, how would we find you? Think about that. If we, both you and I, were looking for your business, how would we find you? And when we find you, why would we choose you versus your competitor? This is the before piece. So before I even, as your ideal customer or client, before I even choose you, I have to find you. Once I find you, there has to be something that's going to make me consider even doing business with you versus your competitor. Now, once I find you and I say, yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give Marjorie a shot. I'm going to give her a shot, right? How do I pay you? Do you take cash, checks, maybe tap? Do you accept Apple Pay? How do I pay you? Now, once I pay you, right? How do I track the work that you're doing for me? Or better yet, how do I go in and see my purchase history? Is there a portal for me to log in and see the work that you've done for me? That's the during piece. So before, during, and then there's after. Finally, after we've done business together, you've done a phenomenal job. How do you get me to come back and do business with you again, Jeremy? How do you get me to stay loyal to you? And then how do you get me, Susanna, to advocate for you? Oh man, Susanna's business is, their service and products are awesome. You don't need to go anywhere else, right? Does that make sense to everybody? The before, during, and after piece? Because listen, if you're not giving me, your customer, a phenomenal experience before I buy, after, and then during, and then after, I'm gonna find someone else who will provide that to me. Give me a fire emoji. I see thumbs ups over there, right? Give me some fire over there, right? So that's what we're framing right now. Now, the thing that you want to think about is a lot of local businesses that we talk to tell us that, well, there's some key challenges that they face. Any of these look familiar? Yeah. Any of these low visibility, growth bottlenecks, scattered customer management, or manual task overload? That manual task overload is huge because it takes a lot of time. But the growth bottlenecks, that one there, it rings to me because when you have growth bottlenecks, I immediately think of that science fiction movie that we went through, The Pandemic, right? A lot of local businesses, just like you were saying, well, no, it's not broke. I'm not going to worry about trying software. I'm not going to worry about doing this differently. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Then all of a sudden the pandemic happened and it became, how do I communicate with my customers to let them know that I'm open, I'm safe to do business with? How do I do that? And we had no, listen, I'm sure that we will all agree, because of technology and the way that things are changing, that business as usual is not an option. We have to continue to grow and evolve. So how do we do that? Well, These are the things that we help small business have solutions and help them with. We help them get found faster, right? Through different solutions, as well as grow efficiently by attracting and capturing those leads and having that seamless customer engagement by automating certain things and then automating workflows. That's where you're going to get your time back. I want y'all to keep those things in mind as we continue to dive into this. Now, another thing that I want to point out to you is the the way that AI and SEO work together, because that landscape is changing very, very fast. You'll see on the slide that Google search monopoly is showing early signs of fragmentation. Listen, before everybody would just say Google it, just go there. It's not like that anymore, right? It's not like that anymore. Google is still incredibly strong and has large amounts of searches, but this is the first time we've seen a drop in market share globally. That's because majority of the people are now starting to use ChatGPT, Gemini, Notions, or whatever the case may be. ChatGPT appears poised to be the next large tech platform on scale of Google Meta. That's huge. Now, I'm not sure if anyone's ever heard of AEO. Anybody familiar with AEO? Yes, no, maybe so. Give me a thumbs up if you have. If you haven't, you're not alone, right? A lot of people haven't. And the reason is, and thanks for that, Drew. AEO is answer engine optimization. So you have SEO as search engine optimization, but now you have AEO, answer engine optimization. AEO is the practice of structuring website content to be featured in direct conversational or AI generated answers. So now, and this is, and if you're not doing it, here's one of those things I'm going to give you. If you do not have frequently asked questions on your website, when we get off of this call today, do it. Put it in play. And this is for every service and product that you offer, right? Unlike traditional SEO, which drives clicks to a website, AEO aims to establish brand authority by providing concise answers to users' questions. So now when they're going in and they're typing questions into chat or even into Google, if you have frequently asked questions on your site that answers those questions, you're more likely to show up than your competitor. Does that make sense, everybody? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if that makes sense. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm kind of passionate about this stuff. I'm kind of passionate about it. So as we dive into this, I want you to keep in mind that AI and software is vital to scaling your business without adding the extra time, without adding the extra headcount. And you'll see right on here, small to mid-sized businesses using AI reported that they are 3 times more likely to scale faster. They generate 50% more qualified leads. I'm just going to stop there and say, how many of you would have liked to have had 50% more qualified leads back in 2025? Anybody? Yeah? Or am I by myself? Right? 50% more qualified leads and save $30,000 plus monthly. So as we dive into this, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. So far, what I've been doing is just giving you some highlights of things that are happening, just so you understand where we're going. These are the AI do's, right? And you can write these down if you want. As you've seen in the chat, we will be delivering this, this video to you, all this webinar in the days to come. But I want y'all to think about this. Use the tools, AI, because that's all it is a tool. Tools to gather information that will help create content. And I'll show you how to do that here. But use it to do research, right? Use it to do research. Find out exactly what it is that you want it to do. Use it to AI fact check. Like I use it all the time to fact check. And I'll show you how to do that as well. Tone and formatting. This one is huge because a lot of times people plug in, they use chat the same way that they use Google, restaurant near me. And that is not how you should be doing it, right? Instead, what you should be doing is using it to rewrite sentences in a different tone, like professional, casual, lighthearted. It can also reformat lists, outlines, and even code a website for you, right? And I'll talk to you about tone and those things here in a second. Image generation. This one you have to be careful with because if you've used AI long enough, you know that you can ask it to generate an image and that person will have six fingers and two heads and all that other good stuff. Right. So make sure that you're double checking that before you try to upload it. Don't just listen, AI is not perfect. You're training it, right? But there are some AI generation tools that kind of work better than others. One is called Doll E. It's DALL.E, and the other is Mid Journey. Those generate images from scratch, but also check them, right? Sometimes AI can add odd elements to these images. And then we have diversifying the content types. Like you can use AI to help you with experimenting with setting blogs or different various formats, social media posts, updates, even using it for email letters, newsletters. And I'll show you how to do that here momentarily. Now, these are some of the do's. What about some of the don'ts, though? Well, don't solely rely on AI. That one's huge because a lot of people will just plug it into AI and then let it go. Don't solely rely on AI. Depending on what you're plugging in there, you need to have some type of human element to it. I'll just say it like that. Don't ignore the SEO best practices, right? By overlooking SEO guidelines when using AI generated content. Failing to optimize for keywords, readability, and metadata can harm your search engine results. And then last but not least, don't neglect personalization. Again, the pandemic kind of set us back, right? Because we kind of lost that human connection. We're getting it back now, but we're using AI, right? And as we use AI, it's like, wow, man, that's an awesome answer. And you put it out there, but it doesn't have your touch, it doesn't have your voice, it doesn't have that human element, right? That weakens customer connection. Right. So as we dive through this or go through this, AI makes professional web design more attainable to small business owners. You no longer need to pay an agency all this money or, spend hours learning to build. I tried to build a website once and I'll never try it again. That was before AI, right? But I'll never do it again, right? But the bottom line is that when you use, for example, Thrive's AI website builder, you'll automatically get AI generated copy and structure. You'll get SEO built in from day one, which is going to help you get into the organics. You'll get tools to stay optimized. But most importantly, you get add-ons for expert polish. These are the things that you don't get when you're trying to do it yourself. And sometimes you don't even get it when you have agencies build it for you because they want to add those on as extra costs. So as you can see, do it yourself. Our AI site well builder does it all for you, right? Your website loads instantly, improving conversions, and your business information shows up directly with AI. And as we look at this isn't, again, make no mistake, this is only one of the things I was giving you, but this isn't about building website, but it's more about removing the barrier between small businesses and having a strong, credible digital presence. For small to mid-sized businesses, it means they can focus on running their business while knowing their website is search ready, professional, and future proof. So now you're built for AI discovery, right? So whether they're searching on chat, Gemini, or wherever the case may be, you're built for that. You're built for search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing. But most importantly, you're built for performance and trust. Can I get a thumbs up? Everybody feel me on that? Right on. All right. All right. So now it's time for the rubber to meet the road, right? Thank you, Wanda. Chris, I see you. Bethany, I see you. All right. Thank you all. So here's where we are now. We're going to go ahead and move to how we can use AI to create something. And I'm going to give you all the keys to the kingdom, if you will. But I want you to keep this in mind. And if you could, write this down because you're going to need to remember it. Not all prompts are created equal. That's where people get it wrong in using AI. Not all prompts are created equal. The better the prompt, the better the result, right? The better the prompt, the better the result. Clear details in equals stronger output out. And some of you may be thinking, this is great information. Man, But how do I get good results from AI without using it like I would use Google? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here are three things that you can use AI for when it comes to social media, right? Content scheduling, right? AI automates posting schedules for you and so on, right? Then we got audience insights. Audience insights are huge, right? Then we have automated engagement where AI powered chatbots and tools respond to comments, messages, and mentions for you. You set it up. But do you know what that means to your time? I'm not sure if Kelly mentioned it earlier, but we're talking about saving you in a matter of a month's time, maybe 20, 25 extra hours. That's huge, right? That's huge. So here's are some examples, right? And I want y'all to really look at this, right? At the very top, you'll see the good example and the poor example. One of the things I want you to keep in mind is that AI likes plenty of emojis, bold text, calls to action right at the beginning of the post, energetic, but and sometimes salesy. Not always, but sometimes. Now you look at the poor example, it's same exact company saying the same thing, but it's missing some stuff. It's missing the emojis, right? It's not as clear as the top one, right? It's time to take advantage of our big summer sale at Pete's Plumbing Services. Enjoy up to 50% off all your plumbing needs and from July 1st to July 15th. Whereas the second one, it's not as much. It doesn't say big summer sale, right? It's not those things that would help drive. Not for nothing. The one up top looks more attractive, right? So here again, because I want to give you all something, grab your pens and your pencils. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of picture pages. I might be showing my age, but grab your pens and your pencils and your notepads and write these three things down for me, right? Write these 4 questions. This is how we're going to create that content for you, right? Remember, all AI prompts are not created equal. So the first question is, what product or service are you promoting? Hey, Molly says she's saying it along with me. Right on, Molly. Right? So what products or service are you promoting? What is the main benefit or value to your audience? Who is your ideal customer? And then the final question, what social platform are you posting on? Believe it or not, a lot of people create a post and they say, I'm going to put this on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and it's the same post, but you shouldn't do it like that, right? You shouldn't do it like that. Now, as we dive into this, I'm going to give you all something real quick, and you're probably still writing some of that stuff down, so perfect. Listen, expert tip, before you tell your AI to do anything, tell it what you want it to be, right? I tell my AI every time I use it, I say, I need for you to be my mentor. And I've actually, just to be transparent, I've only told it once. And since then, that's what it's been for me. I say, I need for you to be my mentor. So every question that I ask you, I want you to give me an answer that way. So that's the first thing, or one of many things that I'm going to give you. As you talk to your AI or type in however you communicate with it, tell it what you want it to be. All right. Does that make sense? Thumbs up. That makes sense, everybody? All right. We're going to keep on moving. I hope y'all got those 4 questions down. All right. Drew, it makes sense. My man. Ed, he gave me a thumbs up. So once you can answer, right, or once you do answer those 4 questions, then you're ready to put it all together, right? So we're going to create a prompt using AI that will generate a post, right? A post that, that will be for your ideal service, product, whatever the case may be. And from here, we're going to, basically accept what they give us, or we're going to go in and change it, right? So why don't we see this thing in action? Anybody? You want to see this thing in action? Yeah? All right. Why don't you type for me, everybody? Type in the box. Go live. Go live. Go, 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 go. If you type go live, I'm going to go live. I'm going to show y'all how this thing works. All right. Yeah, there we go. Gabby, I see you, Richard. All right. So I'm going to go live real quick. And I've already created my prompt, just so we're clear. I've already created my prompt. This is going to be a sample AI design for a small business like mine, or better yet, it's going to be my business. And I know you all can see my screen real quick because I'm coming down here. I have a yoga studio. I really don't, right? But I'm acting like I do. And here is the prompt that I created. Now, here's the other thing I want to tell you. Most people are like, well, do I need to pay for AI? It's up to you. Absolutely up to you, right? So, as you can see, I'm not paying for this. It's free. So, I'm going to take my prompt that I created, I'm going to drop it into chat. And as you can see, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can get the gist. This is me telling chat what I want it to be for me. Not what I want it to do, but what I want it to be for me. Act as a social media marketing expert for a small business yoga studio. Create 3 engaging social media posts, 150 to 200 words each, to promote a holiday special promotion for hot Vegas yoga. That's where I'm located. It's already hot. I don't know why they want to come to my hot Vegas yoga, but I continue to go on. 25% off class packages or free introductory class, valid until the end of March, right? And yada, yada, yada. And I continue to go on. But remember, I said you got to use tone. Use a warm, inviting tone, right? Incorporate festive holiday elements, suggest relevant hashtags, and then tell me the best time to post it for my yoga studio. Okay, let's hit this. Now, here we go. Let's see what it gives us. Here are 3 engaging holiday themes. Again, you can take this and apply it to your business today. You can apply it today. Look at this. First thing you notice is emojis. New year, new energy. And then it continues to go on. Here's post 2. Warm up this winter. And it's given us everything that we have been looking for. Y'all, it took me literally, I say me, but it's really chat. It took us literally, I don't know, 45 seconds to do that. 45 seconds. Now, here's the meat and potatoes. Best times to post based on wellness audience, 25 to 55, because that's what I said I wanted. Look at that. It's giving me everything I need. Now, it has X on there, but I could go in and switch it to say Instagram. I could do all those different things. Does this seem like it could help your local business, y'all? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if that looks like it can help your business. Yeah, right on, Chris. Thank you. So that's one of the things that I wanted to give you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and jump back into the training deck because I know we got a lot to do and a lot to talk about before we get there. Thank you, Cindy. I see you, Erica, Melanie. Thank you. Right. So as we dive deeper into this, right now that we have that, right, we can also create something a bit more tangible when it comes to a posting plan. We have these 3 posts. Now we want to try to create a posting plan and we want to boost engagement. Who is the audience that we're shooting for? We already said health enthusiasts 25 to 55. What topics does your ideal audience care about? And then what type of interaction do we want? We don't want to just post stuff and then just let it fall. Let's ask them questions. Let's tell stories and things of that nature. And as we do it, we want to keep in mind that social media posts shouldn't only be to promote your business. They should get people talking. It should build trust, and it should show your part of the local community, right? So now what we're going to do with that same AI, I'm not going to go live again because I have to make sure that I'm done in the amount of time that we can have question and answers. But now what you want to do with that same information that you put into the chat, you want to tell it to create a 5-post content series. That's huge. A 5-post social media content series for your business. Now, here's what I suggest and recommend. Use the information to create. You can just type into chat. If you did that live with me, you can just go right to chat and say, I want you to create, right, a 5-post social media content series using the information you just gave me. And then as a soft promo, you can add in something like, as a soft promotion, mention that I offer first class free if someone's want peace of mind to see how it goes. You see at the last one, it says suggest best times to post and so on. Keep it casual. This is how we create that content. Now, again, we've created a post. Now we have 5 post social media content. We've created something that's going to go on. If we're posting once or twice a week, this can go on for a couple of weeks or maybe even a month. And it didn't take us any time, right? So as we continue to go, the last thing I'm going to show you all is how you use AI for email marketing. And you can use it with welcome emails, special offers, or even holiday email. I will tell you this. The one that's really, really good is the special offer email. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. This is the highest performing email that you should be sending to your captive audience. You've already done business with them. They know you. They're happy with you. Now all you're doing is staying in touch with them, right? Write these down. What offer, right? What are you offering? Discount, free consultation, limited time packages. What is it for? It's for your ideal client or your buyer persona, the people that you know that are looking for. If you have a farmer's market, they want those avocados, right? I love avocados. Just figure I'd throw that out there, right? What, you know what I mean? Why does it matter now? The urgency. And then what action do you want them to take? Right? What action do you want them to take? So after you write those 4 down, now we're right back where we were before. What usually took 30 minutes will only take 3 minutes. Just remember that all prompts are not created equal. Tell your AI what you want it to be for you. As an email, you want it this time to be an email copywriter. And then create the promotional email using AI that is specific to your business and highlights the products, services, and tweak it based on your audience, right? And then obviously we want to end it with a call to action, book an appointment now, and so on and so forth. So the question you should be asking yourself is, what else can AI help me with, right? How much time am I spending today looking at these particular things? Right. And as I look at these, like AI job scopes, quotes, AI reviews, or whatever the case may be, these are all the different things that AI can help you with. Now, I know I was doing fast and furious because we're trying to make sure that we got time for you all to ask questions. But everything we just reviewed is about using AI to market, sell, and grow your business. And Thrive's AI powered sales and marketing software gives you the tools you need to market smarter, sell more, and grow faster. We help you get found online, capture and convert new leads, turn happy customers into repeat customers. The best part, with Thrive, you can do it all from the palm of your hand or from one platform. No more switching between tools or managing endless logins. And here's how we do it. Right? When it comes to marketing, helping you get found online, I mentioned SEO, but there's AEO right next to it. So we help you appear at the top of the search engines or on AI searches. No matter where they're searching, you will be found. We also optimize Google listings, lead packages, and so on. We also help you build your online presence. A lot of people don't take this part to heart, but you have to understand if I'm looking for you, I have to be able to find you. And once I find you, then I can decide whether I'm going to do business with you based upon what you look like online, right? So AEO optimized websites, active social media presence, and social advertising. And then we help you build your reputation. You can tell me that you're the best, but until someone else says that you're the best, I'm not going to believe you, right? Social reviews and automated response. And then there's the sale piece where we capture and convert new customers. So we turn your website visitors into customers. We auto capture and route leads directly to your CRM and then automate marketing campaigns. So all you got to do is push a button and every new customer or lead gets a conversation with you, a real one. And then we make it to where you never miss a lead again with automate follow-ups, send appointment and scheduling, as well as reminders, and then emails. Nurture prospects. The ones that said no, they didn't say no. They just said not right now. Right? So what you have to do is you have to nurture those prospects. You have to continue to talk to them, schedule outbound campaigns, and stay top of mind. That's why they choose you, right? And nurture those things. And finally, we help you grow by driving repeat business. I'll say this, and then I might touch on some of these, but this is the way that I want you all to picture it. Imagine your business, people coming in the door, you doing business with them, telling them to go out the back door. In the front door, do business, out the back door. Why not shut that back door by continuing to communicate with them? I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but it costs 6 times more to get a new customer to do business with you versus someone that's already done business with you. Why not continue to talk to them and communicate with them, right? Automate customer engagement, upsell customers more often, and enable self-service. The bottom line is that this whole deal that we have with Market Sell Grow, we show you how to grow your business. And it's not always about just getting new customers. A lot of times it's about nurturing what you have, taking care of what's in your backyard right now. Right? With that being said, everybody, right here is where you would ask a question. Yeah? Kelly, I'm sure we
Awesome.
have.
Yes. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Wow. You've given us some incredible tips. We appreciate all the engagement and all the interaction. Don't stop now
Yes, we do.
because this is your time to ask some questions. We do have a few that have come through, Kevin. So if you're ready, we're going to go
I'm
ahead
ready.
and ask. Okay. So tell us, there's a lot of software out there. We've got things like MailChimp and Hootsuite and ChatGPT you just showed us, and a CRM. And how is Thrive from maybe using some of these pieces individually?
Well, one of the things that I'll say is this. Number one, when you use Thrive, it's built into our software. So the plus is you don't have to log into a bunch of different places to get what you need. You can log into one place and it will help you all the way across the board. Right. So, if the question is, man, if I want to use AI for this and I want to use AI for this and this and this, put that stuff to the side. Number one, remembering all those logins, where to go, the passwords, all that stuff can be a headache on its own. More importantly, you're doing one thing over here, but you want it over there. So now you're going to have to figure out how to get it from here to over there and then get it to your customer, where you can do it all in one place.
That sounds fantastic. So, will it integrate with some of these tools that maybe I've already gotten comfortable with?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And obviously, here's what we would like for you to do. Number one, yes, it can. Depending on what you're using, we don't necessarily tell you to go out there and try to reinvent the wheel or start doing something different. Ask the questions of the person that invited you here. Set up a demo where they can walk you through these things, and they will show you exactly by giving you a demo of what it will do for you, how it integrates, how you can put time back in your day by not having to go in different places to get things done.
Awesome. And I know we've talked a lot about Thrive, but we have Stuart here that says he's actually using Keep. Will this work with Keep?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Whoever you have
Just to
as
clarify.
your yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Kelly, were you saying something?
No, I was just going to move on to the next, but I want to make sure you got to finish.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I go back to whoever invited you. Be sure to have a conversation with them. They will walk you through how it works and how you can basically integrate, or you may already have it. It's just not turned on in the background. Good questions.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay, Edwin wants to know, where do we go? Where do we find this AI that we could use? Again, there's a lot of options out there.
That's a great question. And because I work for Thrive, I'm going to say go to thrive.com. That's what I'm going to say. I will say this without a shadow of a doubt. There are tons out there that you could use. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The challenge that most people have is, again, I'm starting over here. I'm applying it here. I'm doing it over here. And then what I want to do is I want to go over here that's not the way that you want to do it. If you have the ability to have a software that's already built in to your, or an AI already built into your software to do exactly what you need it to do, you're winning. That is what we have at Thrive, right? That's what we have at Thrive. It's just one of those things where wherever you need, like people are out building their own websites, and you go to Wix, you can go to all these different places and build your website, but it doesn't have those other things, the SEO built in on the back end. It doesn't have the AEO built in on the back end. When you build it with our website builder, it is. That's just an example, right? That's just an example. Right, Kelly?
Sure.
Great
Thank
question.
you. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
love it.
this is awesome. And we really appreciate how you are using the community of each other to
Yeah.
answer each other's questions, like how do I log in and that piece. I think I know what you're going to say on this one. But from Stephen, we have, is there an additional cost if we're already using Thrive? I think you're probably going to say, get with the person that invited you to the call again.
I am. I am going to tell you, get with the person that invited you. It's kind of like, dance with the person that brought you to the party, right?
They'll be able to look into your specific details and provide a more detailed answer than we can in a general audience, right? Thank you for that. So, if we don't like this first version, and I think you kind of touched on this, but we've gotten another question come in that, what happens if I don't like what AI created for me?
I'm going to tell you I love this question. And the reason is because I often put I told you all before, AI is not perfect. I often put my AI through it. I ask it a question, and before I even look at the answer it gives me, I will say, and this is another thing that I'm going to give you all. Where did you source this information from? And is it the most current information? And sometimes my AI tells me, great catch. This is a little dated, but here's the updated information. Right. And because you gave me that alley-oop, here's the final thing that I want to give you, because I know that we're running short on time and I want to make sure that you get this. I would go in to my AI and I would type in whatever type of business you are and say, I'm looking for example, a hot yoga studio in Las Vegas that, gives one class free and, the first class free, and then everything it is that you offer. Right. And then see what pops up. Now, I'm not going to say 9 times out of 10, but a lot of times when we do this exercise, your business does not pop up. So here's the kicker. At this point, you take your website, you plug it into AI, and before you hit enter, you say, why did you not choose my company? Boop, and it'll go in, compare you to the ones that they showed up, and it's going to tell you why. And then you say, okay, how can I make it to where I can show up? And it gives you the roadmap of the things you need to get done. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. I need
that. Sure does.
Drew, I see.
Thank you.
Melanie, come on, Erica. I see y'all. Right on, Wanda. All right. I think
that's really helpful. And thank you for the bonus content there, Kevin. We got a little icing on the cake with that tip. So thank you for that. And Absolutely. Team, thank you. Thank you so much for being with us today. Again, we appreciate your participation, your engagement. Thank you for asking some great questions. We're thrilled that you were with us today. And remember, we would love to know, what did you like the most about this webinar that you attended today? We appreciate that you took the time to be here. Now, if you'll take just a few more minutes and give us some feedback on what your favorite part of the presentation was and what your takeaways are, if you'll fill out that survey as it appears on your screen, we would sure appreciate it so that we can continue to provide some clear insight that we hope will help you and that you'll be able to implement it into your business immediately. So, Kevin, thank you again for everything that you've brought, your energy today. Thank you for caring about small businesses. And team, again, if you'd like to see the replay, look in your inbox in the coming days, and a recording of today's training will be provided to you. So yes, high Thrive. Thanks again. Kevin, we'll sign off and we'll see everybody next time.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.